What's up, everybody? I'm comedian Michael Halcomb, and once again with me is comedian Mike Lukas. Today, he's going to bring some jokes. We're going to show you how he creates jokes out of like topics and premises and all that. And we're going to make up some jokes on the spot. So you are not going to want to miss any of this. Stick around.
It's all messed up, yeah. Everything's messed up. We're going from this mess up to the next setup. Everything seems so messed up, but it's just our setup.
Everybody, Michael Halcomb here. I got Mike Lukas back in the house with me. It's good to see you again, brother.
Good to be back. Thank you.
Yes. Well, I'm really looking forward to this, dude. The first episode was a banger, as the kids say these days.
Those kids, they're talking with their bangers and stuff. I only have bangers with MASH.
Yes. So I'm looking forward to this because you're going to bring some joke content, whether you've already used it or you're working on it or it's brand new or whatever, and sort of walk us through what you're doing with it. And then we'll see if we can play around with it and edit and punch it up, tag it, whatever.
Sure. Yeah, it's fun to, this is what we do in class. We bring our jokes in and we pitch them to each other, and then we try to break them
Nice.
down and try to, help each other out. And one of the big questions people always ask is like, isn't that cheating if you get jokes from someone else? And my answer is no, of course not.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of comedy, is you work as a team, and you think that the Tonight Show hosts are all writing their own
Right.
material. You're fooling yourself. And a lot of comics get tags from other people, and that's sort of the game we play. Is you allow other people to have your tags, and they allow you to have their tags, and then you all get better. So that's the way that works. So
Yeah, dude, I appreciate that advice. That's good.
cool. I'm trying to think of like some of the new, like this is a new joke I'm working on. I said I was online and I saw two dogs. One dog was kayaking and the other one was canoeing. I saw that and I thought to myself, see, this is exactly why I don't give my dog a computer.
Okay.
So it's a simple joke and it's quick. The premise, I could break it down into premise, setup, and all that.
Yeah, show us how you reverse engineer this. That'd be awesome.
Okay, so the topic is dog, right? It's just talking about your dogs. So the premise is basically, I guess I'm afraid of my dog. I'm afraid of spoiling my dog, so there's a fear there. But I don't really say that. I just talk about I'm admiring these two dogs like online. So I guess admiration would be like, holy crap, these dogs are amazing. One dog is canoeing, and this is true. I saw a dog canoeing and I saw another dog kayaking. And my first thought was like, what is my dog going to think of that? This is, and so I thought to myself, this is why I don't tell my dog this stuff. That doesn't really get a good laugh. And then I was like, this is why I don't. And then typically the misdirection that I'm pointing everybody in towards when I say this is exactly why what it seems like I'm going to say is this is exactly why I don't do these things with my own dogs, or why I don't, I don't, it's too active. I'm not an active person, because that's sort of been established about myself. And so the bait and switch that I use which is the heightening device. Instead of that, I say, this is exactly why I don't let my dog have a computer. Well, a dog's not going to have a computer anyways.
Right.
But to come up with a reason why you're not going to give a dog a computer because you don't want him to understand that he's missing out on life is funny. And so that's the bait and switch, that I mislead you into thinking that I'm going to talk about something normal. And then I surprise you by talking about something abnormal, which is two worlds that come together that don't normally come together, which is a dog and computer.
Right. Yes. Like something that comes to mind, dude, one of my aunts, she used to live in this trailer. She's a chronic smoker. She'd sit in the trailer and just smoke all day, dude. Smoke and drink. But in her living room, dude, she had one of those, hers, I think it was like a rug that she had hanging up on the wall. But I still remember the picture vividly, and you probably are going to know exactly what I'm talking about. It's these dogs sitting around a poker table.
Oh, yeah.
So I was wondering, like, if a tag could be something like, because you're like, that's why I'm not going to give my dog a computer. Remember when they used to just play poker, like sort of
That's funny. Yeah, remember when they just used to play poker? Is funny. I'll write that down.
and I was like thinking too about what else your dog could see. Like he ends up on an adult site, or like what else your dog could end up doing.
Well, that's why I don't take him to a dog park because I don't want him the other dogs muttering to him, right? They're gonna tell on me. What do you mean you can go canoeing? What do you mean you can go kayaking? No one
Right.
told me this.
Yes.
I caught a tasty wave. Yeah, well, I walked down and smelled pee from the neighbors on the corner. That's all I did.
So I love that because right there, I mean, it's a great example, right? Is that what you would call heightening? I mean, that sort of
Yeah.
exaggeration where you're just taking it further and further and like notching up the crazy.
What one improviser calls it, I can't remember his name from Chicago, but he says heightening is making it worse.
Ah, okay.
So whatever worse, whatever is a worse version of what you're talking about, like you're saying, it's awfuler, it's crazier, it's weirder. That's
You
heightening.
know, what's crazy to me is sort of the psychology behind how you can get an audience to buy in so quickly and keep
Yeah.
playing the crazy game with you. Like,
Only if you set it up right. That's the whole
right,
thing. You've got to set
right.
it up right. You've got to set it up in a way that makes them want to play it with you.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
and that's
if
part of
you
the humor blueprint.
yeah, dude, and if you do, they're so willing. They're
Yeah,
so willing to go
that's what they're there
along.
for. They paid money. They paid $20 to see you do it.
Right.
They're only bummed out when you don't do it.
Right. Yeah, I wonder too, like now I'm thinking of like the opposite. Like what would, you saw a dog canoeing and another dog kayaking, and then you saw like a third dog drowning a cat. I don't know, like I'm wondering, I saw another dog, with taking his foot off a cat's head or something like so the
That's
absurdity
funny.
there. Something with
Right.
cats would be funny. So if dogs are canoeing and kayaking, like I'm wondering what would cats be doing, you know?
Yeah, the cats are funny because the cats are knocking stuff over. That's what they do. They love just knock stuff off the edge of the thing. So I don't know if what they would do that would be funny that would heighten that, like playing whack-a-mole or
Right. Dude, I just thought of something. You know how like so the kayaking and canoeing is hilarious. One way to heighten that could be like talk about how these rescue dogs nowadays taking it to another level.
right. And they come equipped with liquor.
Right. So
Don't they
like
always have the
they
brandy in it?
they don't even need humans, like they're like yeah, so that's funny that they're just like next level rescue
Right, they have
dogs.
everything but the thumbs.
Right, right. That's hilarious. There's
Yeah,
so many. Yeah, go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say the I have another dog joke I do right after that I talk about my dog. I say my dog howls every time an ambulance passes by, and I was always amazed by that, but then I looked it up on Google, and it said that my dog actually thinks that it's one of his friends. Like he's mistakes the ambulance sound, so he howls back at his friend. So I'm laughing. I'm thinking if I hear an ambulance go off, woo woo woo, I pull over to the right. If my dog hears an ambulance going off, woo woo woo, he's like, "Excuse me, I got to take this." He's like, "Do you mind? Do you mind?" Trying to talk to my friend here. So that's a new joke. I'm trying to figure out how to make that one work, but that one I love because it's like it's a contrast. Humans do it like this,
Yeah,
but dogs do it like that.
dude, that's funny. That's a really clever. Yeah, I don't know. That's really clever.
Good.
So that's. I think what you just said is hilarious.
Yeah. All right, good. I'm gonna try it tonight. I got an open mic tonight, so I'm gonna do those two tonight.
The act out is perfect there. I think too.
Like the dog is just being like, "Dude, I'm on the phone. I don't need you interrupting me with your do you want a
Right.
treat bullshit."
Yeah, that's funny. Man, he thinks it's another dog howling. Dude, that's wild. I've never made the connection, which is I guess why it's hilarious. Because in
Right.
that moment I'm realizing, oh, that's so true. Like it
Right,
makes so
right.
much sense now.
Yeah, and it's what triggers them, and so it's funny to think of, does he think it's his ex? Like, I'm done with you. Does he think it's his buddy from the pound? You know, I don't know. I like there's so many opportunities to to tag that. So I'll have to see if I can come up with a good tag tonight.
It's like maybe one tag. Don't even get me started on wolves. Them howling too. What if, dude, since it's an ambulance, like you're like now, and every time, like I have to explain, dude, your friend is dead. This
I don't know how to break this to you, but your friend is a machine. He's
ah,
gone to the next realm.
yes,
That's
man.
funny. Your friend has passed.
Yeah.
What? Oh,
Um,
I heard him.
so and you'd be like, I'm trying to figure out how to howl back to convey to my dog that he's an idiot.
That's good. Howl back. Tell me he's an idiot.
That's kind of funny, dude.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, those are some new ones I'm working on. I'm trying to get my dog in the act.
What I love about those, dude, they're just at one level, they're so simple,
Yeah,
but also it's clever. Yeah.
thanks. Thanks.
Yeah, I love that, dude.
I
Well,
got a couple more if you wanna hear more of
yeah, dude,
or
let's
if we're
go.
done.
I could do this like all day. Yeah.
Any material
Parenting.
that you do about your kids, or are you not?
Yeah, I do. I don't have a lot, and I try to ask them if I am, before I do something about them, if it's okay. I don't always do that, but yeah, I do have some
Yeah, I haven't
material.
cleared that, basketball joke with my kids yet.
Man, that's funny. I wonder how they would react to that. Would they think it's hilarious or would they be
I
embarrassed?
don't know. They don't like attention. They don't want the attention, so they probably would hate it, but, I probably wouldn't post that one. Maybe though, I don't know. You never know.
Oh my goodness. Well, dude, are you up to try to make up some jokes on the spot with these prompts that I have?
Sure, let's try some.
All right, let me get this open. If you guys are watching or listening, if you go to michaelhalcomb.live, that's my comedy website. I do like a daily blog on here usually, and you can find the podcast episodes on here and stuff like that. But over on the right hand side, if you're on like a laptop or something, you'll see tab that says social, and you can find all my social stuff. But down at the very, very bottom, you have the Joke Writers Lab, and if you click the one that says joke writing exercises. You click that, a new page will open up, and this is fun. So if you're thinking about getting into stand-up comedy or trying your hand at joke writing, then maybe you could just test yourself here a little bit too. So I've coded these. They're like buttons. If you click them, it's going to allow you to do different activities. They're all timed. We're comedians. We work on a clock. So we have jokes from headlines, and what these do, if you click this button, you have 1, 5, 10, or 15 minutes to work. It's an aggregate of headlines, real headlines from the world
Mm,
today, and we can write jokes based on them. Jokes from cliches, roasting, jokes from two lists, fallacies, rhetoric, joke structures. Finish a setup, create setups from punches.
this
New
is
rule
great.
that's inspired by Bill Maher. Finish the triple, jokes from acronyms. So let's try the headline one, dude.
Okay, we can try.
We'll do the 5 minute, and sometimes this. So if you click the button, you'll go to the dynamic news prompt generator, and you can click generate prompt. Sometimes it takes a second, but boom, there it is. A headline from today pops up, and it says, "Meet the history-making NASA astronauts headed for the moon next year." And then you hit start writing challenge, and in this one you have 5 minutes, so you can use
Hmm.
the box and start writing ideas and jokes and whatever in there. This doesn't record anybody's information. It doesn't record anything.
This is not how
It's
you
just
get your new material?
yeah, right. A very sly way to do it. So yeah, this is, and then you can copy and paste it into your own document. But once the page is refreshed, it's gone forever. So, well, here we go. Just see if we can make anything off of this. Meet the history making NASA astronauts headed for the moon next year.
Okay, well, let's see. I'm running it through my AI to see if it can give us some.
All right. Do you want to? I don't know if you can screen share on here, but are you able to show us how your AI looks and works? So it might help somebody say, "Hey, I'm interested in getting that." Are you not comfortable with that?
I'm comfortable with it, but I don't know that, I don't know if I can share my screen.
So if you go down, so I'll push stop here. Down at the bottom of your screen, is there a share button? It's like a box with an arrow in it.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
So if you click that,
Share screen. Ah, there we go. Let's see.
and this is Carlbot, is what you're showing us.
Yeah, let me get a okay, so let me share. New tab. Oh, wait, I'll go to, sorry, I'm just trying to find it
That's all
so I
right.
can share it. We can edit this part out.
That's all right.
There we go. Okay, can you see that?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so we'll go to a new chat. So then we'll go to what was the premise again?
So the setup or the premise is
Me
meet the history-making NASA astronauts headed for the moon next year. Meet the history-making NASA astronauts headed for the moon next
So
year.
if I tell Carl to HHD this premise, he'll turn it into 36 humor heightening devices. So he'll anthropomorphize it, which means give it a life. The moon's like, oh great, here come more Earth dudes poking holes in me. So
Interesting.
right, he's just programmed to use these 36 humor heightening devices.
So as you read through these, are you like reading for one that sort of just strikes you and you're like,
Yeah,
okay, I'm going to take that and
something
edit
that's
it?
yeah, something that's close that makes like that makes me laugh. Like I'm like, oh, it's a good like do it from the point of view of the moon. So maybe the moon's not saying that, but I go, oh yeah, maybe I can have it from what's the moon like having to meet these new astronauts.
Right.
Hey guys, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Take
Yeah.
off your shoes before you step on me.
If Elon's coming, no thanks.
No thanks. Yeah, exactly. Because the moon is anti Elon.
Uh,
Bait and switch. Meet the astronauts going to the moon next year. Well, assuming Spirit Airlines doesn't delay them. Okay. Where's a good
or
one?
I mean, you could do that sort of generic thing there where it's like meet the astronauts, history making astronauts going to the moon next year, as long as it is a woman flying the rocket, right? That then you'll get there in 2 years. Something like
Right. Exactly. So, and that's the beauty of this workshop is it gets you thinking. So
right.
contrast, half of those astronauts are trained for years at NASA. The other half just want a reality show on Discovery Plus.
That's so true. That's
Right,
right.
because that's what they're letting anybody fly now. Here's another one from the moon's point of view. You guys again ever heard of boundaries?
right. Right.
Like the moon's offended that you're visiting again. You know, like I'm
Right.
excuse me, I've got something on my dark side that I don't want you to see.
Right. Yes. Yes.
A
Very
fantasy outlet
good.
for frustration. If only I could apply to be an astronaut. NASA. Sir, you're 59 and winded after stairs. So it's making fun of me for being old. Like there's no way I could be an
Right.
astronaut.
Right.
So that's a
So
good example of like I could think to myself, oh, what if I was an astronaut?
right. Right. Because the output itself isn't hilarious, and AI, as we know,
It
isn't
it could
typically
be kind of
hilarious
generic.
yet. But it like this is giving you ideas to take it further.
Exactly. There's ways that it can get you thinking and you take that and run with it. And that's where your humor brain uh masters it. If you just plugged it in and then use these jokes,
Yeah.
you're gonna bomb.
Right. Yes.
Um
And so what do you let me ask like another sort of just comedy question here, because some comedians I could see taking great issue with this and being very
yes.
critical of this and like, oh, you are cheating. If this is what you got to do, you're not a comedian. If this is what you're doing, find another job. You're ruining the art form. What's your just response to that sort of thing?
Well, you could say the same thing if I'm working with other comedians. You could say, um, Mike Lukas is working with other comics. He's not really coming up with his own jokes. So to me, I would say, well, then you're a robophobe. You're a robocist. You don't like
Mm,
robots, and you think that these robots are going to compete with humans, and they can't. But it's a writing partner that helps me think outside the box, and so that's how I look at it. If you're using it to cheat, then I agree that you can't let something write your punchlines for you. You can't let something be creative for you, but you can have something inspire you. Where does the AI get its information from? It grabs it from the world. So it's giving you all the different worldly things. The other stuff you can do with AI is you can get like a world map. And so you can say space travel and you can get a word map of space travel and it'll give you all the different
right.
stuff that's associated with space travel. Well, that's not going to tell you how to write a joke, but it's going to send you in the right direction of how to look at the different angles of that. So to those people, I would say, don't use this. If it's not for you, don't use it. If you think it's cheating, then you don't know what I'm really doing. It's not a cheat. It's a group project.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
But I get
Yeah.
it. I get AI is a real controversial topic. And that's why I took it on because I love computers and I love comedy. And I wanted to see if I could combine the two to help me with my writing. And it doesn't replace your creativity, it enhances it. And that's what I want people to understand.
Right. Do you
But it's a
think
good pushback though. I like the pushback.
do you think it has made it easier to do you think it makes it easier to be a comedian using the AI?
No, I think well, if you already know what you're doing, it makes it easier to brainstorm.
Okay. Yeah.
But if you don't know what you're doing already, the temptation will be to just let this thing do the work for you.
Right.
And then you're going to find out very quickly when you do it in front of strangers that it's not going to get you the laughs you want.
Right. Right.
Like the laughs that make strangers guffaw are very creative and very out of the blue. And AI isn't just it's just not good enough to do that yet. But it's
Right.
good enough to get you to think in that direction.
And of
And so
course
if you have a good brain, it'll go in that direction. If you don't
there
have
are
a good brain, you're not gonna do it anyways.
right. There are purists in every line of work too.
They'll hate this. Yeah, they'll hate this. I know that already. Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll hate it.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them. And if they have negative things to say about it, that's cool. I get it. We are now figuring out how we fit in with the world of robots. We're at the
Mm,
very tip of that iceberg. And so right now there's a lot of purists that are going to say no robots at all. Zero. It's cheating.
right. But you're back to your point earlier. I mean, uh Jay Leno had what, 20 writers in his writer room all week? Like Bill Maher has writers.
Right.
I mean, all these comedians who can afford it have a writing team. You
And
know,
that's
Nate
what this is. It's a
Bargatze
it's a
has
writing
writers.
team. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
writing team that you can afford. So if that's not for you, then that's not for you. I get that. That's fine. My wife can't stand it. She thinks that bringing any kind of robotics to the computer world, I mean to the comedy world is a sin. And I get that.
really.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You
Huh.
could you could tell that's caused some fun conversations.
Well, here's another this is the random joke punchline generator. All right, so what we do with this one, generate the punchline. All right, so what's actually I want to do the other one. So let me create finish the setup. So that's the one I wanted to do. So I click here. What this is I took like thousands of jokes from that people have written, and in the like backgrounds here, I chopped off all the punchlines. I only left the setups. So the idea now here is that you and I try to come up with a punchline to finish this setup, on the spot. So the FBI is demanding the right to check a person's browser history without a search warrant. And
Except for
by
me throwing out
FBI,
my
I mean
computer.
yeah, and by FBI, I mean my wife, right? Or something
Right.
like, yeah. The FBI is demanding the right to check a person's browser history without a search warrant.
Yeah, let's see, the FBI is demanding the right to check a person's browser history without a search warrant. You could do like a contract or a extension. Next thing you know, they're gonna wanna be, um, smelling my socks.
Okay, yeah. It made me think of like so one of your things is like cut to or like fast forward or cut
Yeah,
back,
cut forward to.
right?
Yeah,
So I
or
was
cut back
thinking
to.
like the FBI is demanding the right to check a person's browser history without a search warrant, except Rodney King or something like that. So it's like cutting back. Or if we were
Me
to
being
cut
delayed at the airport.
yes, yes. In related news, LA is bracing for another riot. I don't know.
Right, right, yeah, exactly.
So like another setup, there's a new smartphone app that lets you communicate with your house plants.
Said the plants, "Not home."
um, and now I don't know why my grandpa's getting mad that I keep calling him a vegetable. I don't know. There's a new smartphone app that lets you communicate with your house plants.
The
Um,
house plants simply said, "Water."
as soon as they see my wife walking toward them, they're like, "No!"
No, God.
That's funny. House plans. Something about yeah, there's a reason but they for
My
some
house plant
reason
was like, would you mind just texting next time?
yeah. Um there's a reason. There must be a reason why they keep calling my wife a murderer. Um she keeps killing them, right? Yes, this week Dennis Rodman and six former pro basketball players will travel to North Korea to play the top North Korean basketball team.
If they're still alive by then.
The name of the arena is Camp Number 1.
Right, that's a made up institution. That's good. Something about them being short.
Yes, Dennis Rodman and six former pro basketball players will travel to North Korea to play the top North Korean basketball team.
Yeah, it's interesting to do it this way because it's like a exercise for doing comedy writing for a TV show.
Right,
And
right,
you need to have, the ability to use these heightening devices quickly
right.
in order to come up with your, exaggeration or your sarcasm or your, answer could be
Yes, and North Korea plans to lob bombs from 3-point land.
right.
North Korea's best players are known for not for dunking but bombing.
Right, but that yeah, that's the play on words.
Yes. Matthew McConaughey is being paid $135,000 to make a commencement speech.
That's $50,000 per all right.
In related news, he's being paid $150,000 to shut up. Yeah, I don't know. 50,000 per hour, right? That's good. Um, let's see. A new study shows that smoking e-cigarettes doesn't help people quit smoking real cigarettes.
Smoking e-cigarette.
Also, a new study that shows that wearing e-cologne doesn't make cigarette smokers stop smelling like cigarettes. Um,
E-cologne
e-cologne, yes. New study shows that smoking e-cigarettes doesn't help
does not
people
help
quit
people quit
smoking
smoking
real
real
cigarettes.
cigarettes.
Yeah, I wanted to do something with E. coli here. I was thinking
Oh,
e-cigarettes.
right, E coli.
Uh,
Something about, what was a camel? What was his name?
Joe Camel.
Joe Camel. Yeah, says Joe Camel, "Phew."
You're good at the that anthropomorphizing. I feel
Yeah, I
like
like doing
you're
that.
quick at that. Yeah. Yes. I don't know, do that one. Well, let me show you one more, then we'll just do something else. So, um, I have some very complex ones too. And I don't know, like I'll just show you this one. We don't have to use it, but this is the crazy headline and logical fallacy generator. So the way this one works is I click the button and it gives me a crazy headline, but then it gives me a logical fallacy, and I have to try to write the joke about the headline using that logical fallacy.
Oh, okay.
So the crazy headline being how New York deals with the influx of leaders at the UN General Assembly. So then I have to use the circular argument. The structure could be like this must be A because everyone says B, as in like this product is the best because everyone says it's better. So just circular reasoning
Oh,
essentially.
gotcha.
This one takes a little bit longer. Probably 1 minute isn't enough on the clock to do it, but
But these are good exercises for a comedian to do.
right,
They might not
right.
help them necessarily with their own act, but it'll help them with the process of writing comedy material.
Yes. And it gets you, if you practice it a lot, right? Quick thinking, right? And just kind of like you're
Exactly.
doing with some of your devices, like the extensions or the anthropomorphizing, it just becomes quicker.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, and that's what the AI does is it forces you to, look at 36 of those at once as opposed to trying to sit there and think up 36 of them, and
Right.
it puts you on the right path.
Here's jokes from roasting, and the way I set this up is it generates a random image pulled from somewhere. This could be an AI generated image or just it could be like a picture from somewhere, but the idea is it just generates a random
You gotta
image and
roast
then
these people?
yeah, you roast them.
Oh, that's
It's
hilarious.
So wishes his beard was on top of his head.
Found his
Uh,
golf divot.
um, yeah. So there you go. If Casper were a human.
Wishes his beard wasn't on the top of his head.
um, let's see. There we go. Looks
Most
like he
likely to
plays for the Duke lacrosse team.
I was gonna say most likely to spike your drink.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same idea. Voted most likely to spike your drink. That's great, dude.
Still looking for his neck.
um, meet your next contestant on Squid Games. Yeah, meet your next contestant on Squid Games.
If the contest was to look like a squid. Roasting is mean, man.
Dude, it can be so mean, but it's also so fun. Yeah, it's hilarious, dude.
That's funny.
But well,
Oh,
dude,
cool.
yeah, so those are fun. For those of you interested, you can find that for free at michaelhalcomb.live. It's all there to use. And yeah, dude, Mike, it's been just a great time hanging with you today, man. We went a little overtime. I hope that's okay.
Oh, that's totally fine, man. I'm a comedy geek, man. I love this stuff. I've been
Yeah.
working on this stuff since 1990.
Well,
Really, it's
dude,
been quite a while.
yeah, I'd love to keep the conversation going and I don't know, maybe work on some sort of project writing or otherwise together at some point. But I appreciate all the work you've done, man. And, your teaching and your writing and your creating resources. I love that, dude. So
Yeah,
good.
you too, man. You too. Keep it up.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Well, for those of you watching, head over to Mike-Lucas with a K, Mike-Lucas.com. You get Mike's website, see all his books there. You can also head over to funnymuscle.com and pick up his trio of books, get Carlbot, and even do one-on-one coaching.
Cheat.
Even do one-on-one coaching with Mike. But after you've followed him there, or go to social media and follow him, and then you go to michaelhalcomb.live and follow me there and the podcast and all of that. We're on
Well, I'll do
YouTube,
that.
Spotify. Yeah. So, dude, Mike, good meeting you. Good chatting with you. Thanks for the laughs. And
Thanks, Michael. Yeah, that was great. That was a
yeah,
lot of fun.
yeah. For those of you watching, listening, thanks so much for the support. We're going to stop there and say we hope that helps.
It's all messed up, yeah. Everything's messed up. We're going from this mess up to the next setup. Everything seems so messed up, but it's just our setup.